1, 2, 3. I think it is recording now. Fantastic. So, very big welcome to everybody for joining us today. We are going back to basics. Beverley has done some work on our 7-step process, and we're going to go through it all absolutely step by step. I appreciate it may be quite repetitive for some, but for the new people coming on board, this is absolutely our Bible. So, Beverley, over to you. We're going to do a point.
Yeah, so I was spending some time in the sunshine this weekend just going through this. This is just like so important, because if you can learn what is in here, it will make your job a million times easier. But most importantly, it will make your team. So whoever you sponsor and bring in on board here, it will make their job so important. And the quicker that they can get from relying on you to give them information, the quicker then you can actually go to section 2, welcome notes 2, welcome notes 3, to actually get them to know where all our information is, then the quicker it takes it off you to be continually having to spoon feed people. And as I said to Debbie at the weekend, you know, teach people how to fish, not to give them a fish, right? Because if the whole time you give them a link, or you do this or you do that, you spend your whole life doing this, you want them just to be able to fish in this pond. This is, I put this together to basically make everyone's journey in iBoomerang really, really easy. So we'll go through them. We're going to swap, Debbie and I. So I'm just going to go through the first thing you do when somebody signs up, and you get confirmation email to say that they've signed up. They will also get an email from iBoomerang as well. You literally copy and paste this. Perhaps we do this, Debbie, as we go, shall we? Copy and paste this like this.
Yeah.
So now you want right at the top, Debbie, you want to put 1 welcome to the team included in there as well. And then literally you're going to copy that, and we're going to put it into notes, but I would be putting this in a message to the person that I have enrolled. So as Debbie, do you want to do that now, or just?
Well, I'm going to do it at the end, because as soon as I come out of this, I don't want to lose the document as we're recording.
That's cool. So basically we're just saying hi, you put their name in there. So I literally copy 1 point, welcome to the team. Hi, Debbie. I'm so excited. So you put their name in there, save this message in your notes for quick duplication. So Debbie's going to show you how to do that at the end. Start here. You know, I'm going to invite you to 2 Facebook groups and our group WhatsApp chat, right? So we've got Team Royalty, which is our global team, just so that we know. This is with Johnny Wimpery. We've got over 5,000 people in there, and we invite you to that. You have to accept it, and we basically then can go in and welcome you officially. Number 2 is our Team iBoom or TSA page. So this is our local team page, right? So anything we think is important, that we think you might want to know, or you might want to put in there that you've seen something that you think everybody else might want to know. You just put information, you put your information in there, and there's a great section in the file section where this is kept. So if you ever want to know where is the latest notes, because we have to update it all the time because things change so much, right? So always the latest copy of this will be in the file section of our local team, iBoomers TSA. And the third thing we'll do is we'll join you to our group WhatsApp group called Team iBoomers, and really that there is really just to keep everyone informed. It's not a chat place or place to chat or say good morning or say how are you or whatever. It's literally for an information. So when we've got information, like Jules today puts something that she typed up for us all, so she put it in there, and she also put it into our team TSA page so that we can go and grab it when we want. So the second thing we do is we set up a welcome call, and that will be with me, for example, with you, the person I've enrolled, and my sponsor, and that will happen within 24 hours to 48 hours of you enrolling, and that's really just to get you started. And then we've got also the interactive training, which you actually get as an email as well, but we send it to you in case you haven't got the email, and that is the ambassador training. And then we just basically say, you know, when you've watched these, let us know, and then we can send you some other links. So that's message 1. Over to you, Debbie.
Perfect. Okay. Now I have to say that when I do my call within 24 to 48 hours, I've got a bit of an echo going on here. I don't know why. I do tend to do a back office tour and go through these points. But again, it's very useful for you to have them, because it's so important when you get started to watch these videos just at ease, because obviously you need to understand how to get going, and you need to be able to explain it to others. So the 2 most important things that we do within our back office, if I could ask you guys to mute yourselves, please. How to send an iDecide. Now, this is the interactive presentation that we're all familiar with. We've all signed up, so we've all received one. It does focus still very much more on the travel, which obviously we do need to get people engaged on the call so they understand it's more of a tech company, but it's very important to know how to send these iDecides out. So that little video tells you how to do that. How to send out a boomerang code. Now, again, we've learned how to do these group codes. When your sponsor does your initial orientation call, they will explain how to do those. So again, I'm not going to narrow down to that level of detail now. It is all available when you look at these links. Now, Halton Bugs is so good at sharing the vision of this company. And as we keep saying, you know, we're not joining for what it is now, it is for what it's going to be a couple of years down the line. And the vision is so important, especially in light of the fact that, you know, we have travel as such a big sector, and that is grounded currently. So the vision, I think, is really important. He talks about how to launch a network marketing business, how to get people onto the calls, and he talks about the compensation plan as well. So it's a really good insight as to how his mind works, and I think you get his energy from watching these videos. We don't expect you to sit and watch them all back to back. I tend to have them on and listen to them actually a few times. I have them on instead of the radio in the background. So there is a lot when you first join, but it's just so useful to have everything in the same place. And if you're talking to somebody that you're struggling to maybe get over the line and you need another touch point, you know, it's difficult sometimes to explain that vision. Just send them the link. Just say, look, you know, I've just joined, but this is what got me over the line. This is what got me so excited. And then maybe send them the Halton Vegas vision, because that's fabulous. And Andy has done some work on a few of these videos. There's a lot of waffle, as you'll find, with Halton before he gets going. So we've kind of cut out the waffle, and it's much more succinct than it was. Now the iBuum hub pretty well is where you can, you know, lay your hand on all these orientation videos. So again, we've got the link there for you. There was a terrific call a couple of weeks ago on Vibe Ride and how that works. And again, yes, it's not in Europe, but at the end of the day, it's really important to understand how it works, why it's different from other rideshare companies. So again, we can explain the vision, and this video does it brilliantly. And the Vibe Ride launch, that again talks about Vibe Ride. So if anybody, we were talking earlier today about how to connect to people in America, in the States where it's already existing, like Florida and I was going to say Dallas. What's the state? Texas. So somebody that's specifically excited about Vibe Ride, you could actually just copy and paste those two and send it through. But the important thing is, as we said earlier, when you get to sending them the second thing, because you don't want to send them too much, copy and paste that. It'll be in your notes and send it across. Now, Johnny Wimbury, for those that don't know who have just joined us, he is our upline mentor, and we are very, very privileged to be literally within 7 degrees of separation from this man within the tree. And again, if you haven't been in network marketing, that won't mean a whole lot, but it is a really big deal. This is a man who is a published author, who is a, you know, very established motivational coach and business leader. He charges $5,000 an hour, and we get his coaching for free. And on the subject of that, digressing slightly, he did some fantastic training, which is available for all those on first class. If you haven't seen it, it's only available to those on first class. Reach out to your sponsor. I've actually only just seen the link, so I haven't sent it to my guys yet, but I will. So, Beverley, point number 3.
So point number 3 is all about training, op meetings, and Zoom ID. So this is more of a functional one, and there's a typo there, Debbie. If you can, we can just change it. We put it up there. No, not there. Q and A's it's supposed to see. So we've got training calls. So what I've done with this one is basically just put everything that's in here that we need. You need to know the Zoom numbers for. So the team meeting, today's meeting, 12 noon, is every time. We tend to record it, obviously, because we've got people all over the world, and this will be posted in our team iBoomers TSA page. We've got wider team training with Tyler and Jody, and that's on Monday night, 8 p.m. That was at 9 p.m. So again, we'll update these when we know, but at the end of the day, we can only do what we know. Power Hour is an optional meeting that I run every day, Monday to Friday, 9 till 10 on UK time. Really, it's about getting motivated, getting to action, great tips. It's actually about doing the work. What I love about it most is that we all learn from it. So, you know, people share what they're doing, what's working, etc. So that's on my Zoom. And then the opportunity calls. So I did put in the group a template of when the calls are, but we've basically got 3 sort of groups. We've got our local ones, which are 6 p.m. Tuesday, 1 p.m. Friday on Debbie's Zoom code. We've got the Tyler and Jodie ones, which are the wider team calls, and they are on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. And then we've got a call every day, Australia time, 7 p.m. Sydney time, New Zealand 9 and 10 o'clock UK time. So they're becoming more popular, especially as people are at home. And Rob, Curtis and myself run those on Curtis's Zoom number. And then what you do literally here, this is an example here. If I got this and I didn't know who Ali and Orin were, I'd take their number out, put mine on the top. And then we might not mean one, but just have 4 numbers there that you recognize and you use quite a lot. But it just means easy access for getting into things.
Perfect. Okay, so this is a short one, but a very important one, because what we are learning as we go along is the quicker we get you guys started, the quicker we get you to director, the quicker you get your investment paid back and you start earning money. So it's really important to get your head around what you need to do to achieve those goals. And, you know, you are your own, you know, you're your own boss in this business. So whether it's 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, or 5 hours a day, it doesn't matter, but you need to talk to your sponsor, be very transparent as to how much time you can put into this, and then they can help advise how best you reach those targets. So this is a really good little tutorial video on how to reach Sapphire, which is the rank that I got to in March. And it talks through a 2020 plan, which basically breaks down how many connections you need to make to get the stats. You know, you contact 20 people, you get maybe 10, 15% on a call, and then 1% you get over the line. It breaks it down very, very well, and it's just a really good focus. So you have got some good targets to work to. And obviously we're all here to support and help with 3-way calls. You do know that I'm doing a 3-way call with Mika and her sisters and TSAs after this call, and that's what you need to be replicating going forward as they bring their own TSAs on board.
Okay, cool. So they're just literally the 1 to 4 that we send people, and we don't send them all at once because we don't want to overwhelm them. So really sections 5 and 6 are all about setting you up to help your new people get on board, right? So setting them up in the system. So step 1, you know, stage 1 is as soon as they join, you send them a welcome message, you know, from the notes above. And then you'll follow those with notes 2, 3, and 4 when they've completed 1. You know, the point here is not to overwhelm, because as we all know, when you come into something new, you want to try and learn everything. But then if you get bombarded, you get overwhelmed and then you give up. So the point is, depending on how they are, what type of person they are, you know, I send them in different stages, but the whole thing is that they've got everything, right? And then the most important thing, and the thing we're not doing, in my opinion, fast enough, is doing the welcome announcement, right? So within 24 hours of them joining, I would be posting in Team Royalty, right? The thing is though, you have to invite them to the page, because if they don't actually get invited to the page and accept it, then you're going to be welcoming them and they're not going to be in the room, in the page. So you need to invite them straight away. You just literally go to Team Royalty, invite in your, you know, Facebook contact in there. And then I normally just grab their Facebook picture, because it's one that they're very happy with, because they put it on Facebook as their personal profile, and then basically tag them in there. So we've got a lovely lady joined from the Bahamas. You know, so excited to be with her. I'm so excited to join us, our team. You know, let's go, you know, please help me welcome her here. And as you can see, the Facebook page is on fire the whole time. Anything like congratulations, anything that happens in terms of welcome or rank advancements or anything that brings people on is always posted in the page, in the Team Royalty, and it's awesome. I absolutely love it. Now, I did do a short video setting yourself up for TSAs up for success, which goes through some stuff. There's a link there on YouTube. And number 4 is to plug your people into the other group. So your team, iBoomers TSA, the WhatsApp group, chat, and then we do have a Facebook prospect group, which is, you know, get paid when your customers save. And then also, if your person starts on first class, then you can basically invite them to Telegram app to join the first class lounge. But this group is just for first class members only, and we get special training like we did yesterday. So stage 2 is launching their business. And then literally I do a welcome call. We do welcome calls within 24 to 48 hours of them joining. And that literally is a 15 to 20 minute call. On that call, I always establish why they're doing this. Why did they say this? What do they want to get out of it? And then we set literally within the next 24 to 48 hours their launch call. And their job literally is to invite people to the call. Keep it simple, right? And it's not about them knowing anything about iBoomerang, because our most successful calls are when literally all you're doing is following the Halton Bugs invite template, SoundCloud, listen to that, and literally make it as simple as possible. So that we've got good scripts for that as well. There's the Halton Bugs launch called SoundCloud. And then I always do a 10-minute back office tour, dashboard, how to do an IDecide, how to do individual and group codes, and the binary placement, which just tells people how they can change their left, their right, or make it alternating. Yeah, so basically that is it. And then post welcome call, I'll do a 3-way message and a 3-way chat. And that's, you know, really important, just to say, great to chat to you earlier, love your attitude. This job is really, really simple. Just invite your friends to an opportunity call, or, you know what I do as well, just say, come and support me. Please don't judge, you be the judge of whether they'll like it or not, because a lot of people think, oh, they might not like it, they might like it. But just, you know, at the end of the day, let them watch, let them decide. And then, you know, here's the Zoom link for you to share for that call.
Absolutely brilliant. And then there's 5-step enrolling process. Now, again, we've done specific trainings on this. There's videos in our Team TSA Facebook page. But in short, in the group, there are suggested messages, but we initially connect. The first thing we want to do is to try and encourage them after they say they're interested in the opportunity to invite them to a call. You get them on the call. You then follow up with an iDecide, and then you get them on a 3-way call with your sponsor. Now, we all know in an ideal world, it doesn't always quite go in that order. Sometimes they may ask questions, but we have lots of scripted messages that you can tap into. And again, at the end of this, I'm going to just show you where they are if you do need some inspiration. But we've got a few little examples of messages here. And again, they do need to be tailored for whoever you're talking to, if you know them well, if they're a cold market. But ultimately, we're just trying to get them interested in the opportunity without saying too much. As Beverley says, you know, you can be very honest. You know, I've only just joined, this incredible opportunity. You know, I think it could be for you. Would you be open to taking a look? Always try and end with an open-ended question to engage some sort of response. So here's some examples of little tailored messages that you can use and top and tail for your own people. And we really have covered pretty well most scenarios, which is what's so great about you guys coming in at this stage. You know, we've been doing this now for 4 or 5 months, and we're getting a really good take on what's working for us and what doesn't. So at the end of this, you can download this document once I've pasted it, and there may be little messages here that, again, you can also do the same, copy and paste. I'll show you my notes in a minute, and it's just so quick to refer to them and pop them into a conversation. But all sorts of scenarios, you know, we've even got here, even if they ghost you. And if they say no, turn it into a positive. We're sending codes for people who say no to the opportunity, but no one's going to say no to a membership to a discounted travel company. So here are a few more examples of calls, and ultimately going forward, you need to make sure that you are documenting and making a note of the people that you contact and where they are in the follow-up process. So my particular system, and there are loads out there, Excel, Notebook, I tend to get absolutely everybody who I see as a prospect on an Excel spreadsheet. And then I pop in my notes which call, this is last week's Tuesdays, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I highlight, I see who I've invited to the call, highlight the ones that were on there, and then this is my follow-up for the following week. You can automate it. I do half and half. I still like an old-fashioned pen and paper. So yes, listen to Jim Rohn. That's another really good network marketing call to listen to, again, just to have on in the background, just to learn tips. We're all learning little sound bites and nuggets with every single call. So yeah, you can have a look at that afterwards. And Beverley, this is your absolute baby. It's gold, these power hours. So do you want to just talk through what we do?
Yeah, we do. We change it up every week, or most days. We'll do a mixture of this. But basically, what it is getting people into actions on social media. So whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, you can choose your platform. We get on fire with that specific platform. We always do a post a day because it's about that whole consistency. And this whole business actually is all about consistency. If you've got an hour a day, just do an hour a day of connecting, doing a post, etc. Just work out what your hour is going to be a day. But for people who are time short, this is really good because we switch it every 15 or 20 minutes. We go, right, we've done that, we've followed up, because you could, or with connecting, it's 15 minutes connecting. You could connect all day, do you know what I mean? But it's basically about trying to do that. And we've got some little targets that we set at the end of the week as well for, getting boomerangs active, etc.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, somebody needs to mute.
Can you, I think you're in control, Debbie.
Yeah, I know, I'm looking to see who it is.
There's quite a few that are not on. Sydney's not on mute.
It feels really bad.
I don't know who that is.
Sydney's not on mute, Debbie.
I know, I can't see.
Yes, I'm here. I'm on it.
We need to mute you. Okay, I think it's Sydney. Yeah, got the culprit. Okay, now I'm just going to see if I can.
Have you copy and paste number 1 first?
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually did this morning because I needed to update my notes. So if I just go there, copy and paste there, I go to my notes. I've got my iBoomerang
welcome process,
and then I go, I see all the controls are in the way here. So yeah, so I go to now, and literally I just copy and paste it in there. When you alter it, it goes to the top. So actually they're not always in the right order, but you can very quickly see them and grab them in there. And then I've got, I know Beverley has lots more files. You can start different files, but I've got lots of different messages here that I use, say for my LinkedIn connections. There's number 1, copy and paste, Apple C, over into LinkedIn, and then connect. So that is a very quick way. And this will link with, I'm on my computer now, but it links with your phone. So if you're out and about, you can also send these. Now, the other thing I just want to touch on again, for those that are new, just to show you these groups. So this is the team iBuum's TSA page. And after this call, I will put in version 5, and we'll take away, we go to files here, you'll probably see the last version was this one. So I'm going to take that off now so there's no confusion, and I'll pop the number 5 in after the call. But there's terrific information in here. Curtis did a terrific video, which I only watched this morning. And that's the beauty of this. There are all these calls going on, but you can't be expected to watch them all. But anything of note, there are so many of us now within our team. It's terrific. Always somebody will catch what's going on. And if they think it's important to all of us, it will be posted in here. So Beverley posted another great little tip here, just to have a re-listen to the comp plan training. And this was great as well, actually, just how quickly you can get the benefit of getting people started so fast. This is one of Beverley's ladies last week that literally got her first 2 within 5 minutes and got, 70% of her investment back just by bringing 2 people in. So these are really good little training vids for you all. Now, the other thing I'll just quickly show you is this is where we are putting our prospects in. So don't get confused. People who are not yet part of our business do not go in the team group, but we've already got, I don't know, 300 and nearly just over 370 people. And again, what we try and do is encourage people who are interested in earning a secondary income, open to multiple income streams, get them plugged in here and they can have a little look. And we do need to actually, when we were traveling, we had so much content, it's all got a little bit quiet. So we need to start ramping that up again. And
actually, you know, Debbie, that's something that everybody could help with, actually.
Yes, good
going
point.
in there when they've got something to say, even if it's travel tips, if it's like, you know, if it's a newspaper article saying, you know, bookings are up by 30%, anything that you think that people would resonate with prospects, pop it in there, because yeah, that would be great help if everyone could do that.
Yeah, it really would be, actually, because it's nice that people hear about it from people other than Beverley and myself. And then the team royalty, let's just quickly do that whilst we're doing the Facebook pages. This is where you can chat to your heart's content, congratulate, welcome, say how wonderful everybody is. We put everything in here, from promotions to new TSAs to if you get dual qualified. Everybody loves a bit of recognition. So we're actually in the process of putting together a template for a team, what are we called?
Visionary.
Team Visionary. So there's a lot of the big teams in the States. You can always tell it's their team because they have, you know, they have, oh, where is it? This one here. Yeah, this one's always popping up, Team Live. So we're going to have something similar that we'll share with you very soon.
Team Live.
Oh, what did I say, Team Live?
Oh, I don't know. I just wondered if it's Team Live or Team Live.
No, it must be Team Live.
Yeah, I don't know.
Team Live. Yeah, that's who knows? Well, there won't be any confusion with ours. So yes, I think that pretty well covers the process of our Holy Bible, the Holy Grail. And should we just open it up to questions whilst we're still recording, Beverley, just to see if there's anything that might be useful? Should I stop sharing my screen now? Would anybody like to unmute and ask any questions? And if not, I will stop the recording.
Debbie, one question, just for everybody. Where are your notes based? Where do you keep your notes? You mentioned your list again.
So the Notes is an Apple-based app that comes with the software. Now, I don't know if you have something similar on PCs. Can anybody answer that question?
Yeah, you can link it through, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got the little icon along the bottom, and I've got it on my phone as well.
Yeah.
And they sync.
Yeah, link in there. And then, because I came on the call late, Beverley, when you're looking through the list of videos, where's that database? Where do you keep those? Is that in?
Debbie just showed you the file section of the TSA Team iBoomers page.
Yeah. I'll share the document, Oscar, and we'll tag you in it, and then you can print it off and you've got everything in the same place.
Yeah.
I would actually save it rather than print it off because it's got all the live links in it.
Yeah.
That'd be good. This is an updated version from the last one I saw.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's always going to be progressing. We didn't have a first class lounge. I've just added the iBuum hub in there because there's so much information on the iBuum hub on training. So, you know, and also, yeah, so I just think, you know, people just need to know where to go and look first. And these are just really good places to look.
Thank you.
Brilliant. So it is an absolute Bible. Everything will be in the same place. Right, I'm going to stop recording now, just so it's not too lengthy a video.